Hello, welcome back to Up the Villa. Welcome to Transfer Hub, your home of Aston Villa's transfer news, links, noise, rumours, incomings, outgoings. We will be talking about a potential outgoing on this episode today. So if you are new around here, we did it, guys. We hit 23k by the weekend. And like I said, I think we could have done it, and we did do it. So cheers, everyone who has been supportive of the channel. I imagine the next couple of days are going to be very, very busy with Aston Villa on the transfer front going into next week as well. So get on the journey with us. I will alert you when there is anything new in the pipeline. So, yeah, put the bell notification on that you can do on YouTube as well. Subscribe. Comment your thoughts in the comment section down below. So we've got some more news of a potential outgoing. Florian Plettenberg. Leverkusen exploring loan deal for Emiliano Buendia. 28-year-old versatile attacking midfielder under contract at Aston Villa until 2026. Leverkusen considering a loan with an option to buy. Villa are demanding an obligation option. Another club is also in the race. Is that other club Leeds United, which I can't imagine him going there. But Villa fans, I have got to say that it might be time for me to dust off my boots and get ready to head down to Villa Park because have we got any players? How many players we got? But, you know, I am ready. I am available. And I've got to say, guys, I have got a brilliant track record of playing at Villa Park. When I played, I had what? Did I have one shot on target or two? I think I had one shot on target. My first shot went in front of the whole tent. And then we've got a lot of new people that watch the channel. So I think it's best if I just refresh. And I got asked in the comments earlier on today, like, if we could scout a defender. Well, if we're scouting a right winger, I think I could play a part here. So that was Justin's big knockdown. And you can see me here now, just going to time my run to perfection. Going to peel off the defender, one touch, bang, in front of the old tent. There we go. Have some of that. We're peeling away. So, you know, if I did have to take my boots, I feel like I could fill in. I could do a job. I mean, you know, my stats are great. If we're looking at Sofa Score stats, I'd probably say I had probably like an 8 out of 10. We won the game. First shot went in. You know, made some nice deliveries off crosses and corners. Never hit the first man that went over into the box. So, yeah, I was able to find Justin. So, there we go. If we do need to, I'm more than ready, Unai, to step up. I can, you know, tactically take a look at your team as well. So, which I normally do. So, yeah, I am ready and waiting if called upon. But yeah, in all seriousness, like, like we're getting very thin on the rumours of outgoings. We're getting very thin on the ground of potential. So Carlos has gone. Buendia's rumoured to go to Leverkusen. We've got Duran rumoured to go to Saudi. Real Madrid popped up last night, as they do. So, yeah, I feel like if I'm being honest, it's a bit of a distraction going into some of these games. Like, you know, if we're talking about Duran on the bench, we're talking about Buendia on the bench. Buendia played, you know, his first game in however many months, you know, with consistent minutes against Monaco. We relied on these players. And two of them are linked with moves away from Villa. I can't imagine it's the most settling of times for the player and the squad with noise. But we've got to be professional, like Unai said yesterday, and we've got to focus fully on West Ham. But it is a bit of a thing in the background that's rumbling on. And I think, like, you know, we're hearing about the players potentially leaving, but it's kind of dried up on certain rumours of players coming in. We had the Cunha one yesterday. We've got another one that I'm going to bring you in a second as well. So I think Buendia as a player, I think if we're looking at him solely as a player, it looks as if we are looking to move him on and replace him. And the important thing about what Emery speaks about is that if we replace him, Buendia, we have to replace him with a better quality player. Now, that is vitally important. So I've got no problems with Buendia going as long as the player that comes in is of a better quality. Now, one of the players that is being linked with Aston Villa during this period, so let me just get it on the screen for you now. So we have got rumours of Asensio. So Asensio has been rumoured this window coming to Aston Villa. So he, for me personally, is he of better quality? Yes. But is he the future? And the answer would probably be no, because if we look at the age bracket of Asensio, it's exactly the same as what Buendia is. So we were rumoured to be loading Asensio earlier on in the window, which would make a bit of sense if we load Buendia out with an obligation, so we get a fee at the end of it, and we load in Asensio until the end of the season. That could possibly work. I think we would be getting a better quality player. I think his stats will probably back this up as well. So he's got a SOFA score rating of 7.18. He can play across that sort of front line. Stats this season, 2 goals. We've got 4 assists as well. So I think that probably is one to look at as well. And then the latest rumour to drop today is Nypan from Norway, Rosenborg. And he's a player that is really highly sought after. There's a lot of clubs being linked with him, Man City, Arsenal, and Villa are apparently in the mix for him. So we'll have a look at where this rumour is coming from as well. So we've got context of the transfer rumour. So we've got Nypan will probably also visit Aston Villa. So this is where the source is coming from. It looks like he's visiting numerous amounts of football clubs, trying to figure out which one he's going to join. He's a young player. He's 18 years of age. He is completely different to Duran. He is quicker. He links up play. He can play in that number 10. He's a finisher. His goal scoring record this season is brilliant. He strikes the ball really, really well. He's agile. He's tricky. So he's a player that I think, can play in central midfield. He can play in that number 10 position. He can play either side of, midfield, left or right. I can see him covering across all of that. So he's a player that I think would probably suit our system. So far this season, he's got a SOFA score rating of 7.28. You can see here predominantly on that left-hand side, can go on the right-hand side. And you can see that he's played 28 games, started 25. He's got 8 goals. His goal conversion rate is at 14%. He's got 7 assists as well, which is really good. Let's have a look at some of his dribbling stats. I think these might be interesting. So 50% successful dribbles, 54% of his total duels won, 57 ground duels, and 33 aerially as well. So that's another player that we are linked with as well. But yeah, Buendia, I think we've just got to be honest here. Like, he's not an Emery player, and Emery really is reluctant to use him. So I think it makes sense for him to maybe move on, but I do think it leaves the squad a little bit light, which is something that I don't want us to happen. So personally, I want to see if anyone's going, I want to see the signings in. The signings in before or in and around before players leave. I think that is vitally, vitally important. Celtic have had their game called off today, so they've got a nice break. So that's interesting. Another little thing that's popped up today is that if Liverpool get into the Carabao Cup final, it will mean we've only got one Premier League game in March. which would be a welcome break from Premier League action. We'd still have FA Cup if we get through. We'd still have Champions League as well, depending on what we're doing in that competition by then as well. So, yeah, March could be a quiet month on the Premier League front. So it could be a good month on the training ground with some new players for Unai Emery. So just thought I'd react to the Buendia. Villa fans, let me know what your thoughts are. I think it's going to be very, very busy next week. So Transfer Hub's going to be fired up already, rocking and rolling and ready to bring you whatever happens next week as well. So we've got opposition preview out later today. If there is any other big developments on any players, then I will react to it today for you. But cheers, everyone. Up the Villa.